Morning, hi grade 8s. It's Mrs. Pezlowski. Today is Wednesday, April 1st, and I'm just going to review what we're going to work on today. So we have, first thing that you should be working on is the 1.2 worksheet. So it's just questions that you're going to answer from the textbook. You just follow the textbook to answer those questions. I just wanted to review something about gears. Normally we would have done a lab here, but kind of hard to do now. So if you have two gears that are different sizes, you can be moving the small gear, for example. We call that whatever gear you're moving, the driving gear, and then the other gear is going to move as well in the opposite direction. That's called the driven gear. So if you're moving the driving gear, the driven gear is going to go slower than the driving gear because it has more gears there. Now, if you did it the other way, where the large gear is the driving gear, then the small gear would be the driven gear. And so then you're going to find that the driven gear is going to go faster. So we call this multiplying gear system, and we call this one reducing gear system. Notice in both cases that the small gear always goes faster. And then if the two gears are the same size, that's called a parallel gear system. And then here we just have a situation on a bike, for example, where you have two gears. So this is a gear and this is a gear, but they're not connected. The sprockets don't touch each other, but what you have is a chain connecting them, and that's called a transmission situation. Okay, so 1.2 worksheet, you work on that today and it's due tomorrow. Also due tomorrow is your iDissection project. So if you finish that, what you can start is the Booklet 1. It's not in class because we're doing that at home, but it's an assessment, a review of the whole Booklet 1. So you would print this off. You can get it from content. I'll also put a link, and you can print that off and then answer all the questions. If you have an issue with printer, you can, I'll put a Word copy of this as well, so you can put your answers in it and just submit it to me, or figure out if you have any kind of issues, let me know. Just email me. This is going to be due on Monday, this review. So it's 6 pages. You're going to fill that in and submit it on the Dropbox. And just a reminder that next Wednesday, April 8th, we're going to have a mandatory Booklet 1 assessment. So instead of a quiz, it's an assessment. It is open book, but it will be timed. So you have to know your stuff because there won't be time to look everything up. Also, the 3 booklets that I had at the office or at the school when you came to pick up your materials are still there at a cart in the front of the school. So we're going to be starting next week the second booklet of this unit. So you, if you don't have a printer or can't print it off and you're able to leave the house, then maybe you can go pick one of those, pick those 3 booklets up. And that's all for today. So what's due tomorrow, 1.2 worksheet and the iDissection. Have a good day.